Today's video is a data dump, not even a stub. It's got a lot of data in it. It's mostly links, and I'm going to explain as many of them as I can, as quickly as I can, chronologically. And they show the real-world time flow that caused something to exist that people are then deciding is retroactively time travel. Because it's almost like someone shoving that in your face so that you'll come to that conclusion so you'll look like an idiot on the internet. I'm being honest here. 2021, October 28th, about Halloween time. Waterfall, an image was created and uploaded by Unsplash user Distinct Mind. That would be the artist name. It was posted. It's just a picture. It existed before then. It looks like something you generate using an algorithm to create something and then running an acid smear effect upwards. I've done the same thing to make some artwork myself. This is not anything all that interesting or unusual. And it might have been older than that. 2022, May 5th. 6 months later or so. Or whatever. A website called The Time Machine reused the stock image for a post they put up. That's the history of it. The website's name, if you're not aware of it, if you have a website name, sometimes it's close to what you wanted or has nothing to do with your intentions, or it's something you definitively bought and wanted for a very specific reason. Moo-ha-ha-ha, twirling my snidely whiplash mustache. Or it's just what they ended up with for their art project or blog or whatever. But you can believe whatever you wish. Let's move on. And you can look it up under timemachine.eu, a European Union top-level domain. Not com, not org, not mil, just EU. And I'm going to be offering it through the Wayback Machine and also Archive today. Now, 2023, December, sometime in that month, because I couldn't find an exact date for some reason, a new user ended up on Twitter now called X, called Henry Martinez, or Martinez, as x.com currently, Henry, M-A, and then a string of numbers, meaning, if you aren't aware of it, that means that that name is extremely common with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 numerical digits afterwards. It's not an unusual name. And December 21st of that month, a post was made, a status, and said something, but the archives I could find were only made April of 2026, so that's a long period of time where that can be manipulated. Now I'm going to point out something here, and this is when we get out the giant flashing strobes, neon twitchy lamps, and the bullhorn and the siren, like from Siren Head. Ooga, ooga, ooga. This is on a website controlled by a troll from hell with now $1 trillion in his ass pocket named Elon Musk. If you own a website, you have the ability to alter it. And if you're not aware of it, you're allowed to edit some posts on Twitter. And you can request that permission, and if you're some are more equal than others, you can always edit them. You really believe Elon Musk is restricted by his own fucking rules. So, and also, Elon Musk has a bunch of, active measures, Russia-style propaganda channels that he has set up to run interference for his bullshit. Conflict of interest much? So I don't trust anything from Twitter because the persons running it make no attempt to make it trustworthy. And again, I can't find, and I don't think you can find, archives from back in 2023 at all. They showed 2026 archives, which means they could have been edited by then. This happens a lot. It's totally not edited on Twitter by anything else. But let's assume it isn't. Okay, let's assume it was posted. And it said 2 statements. Alan Cole. Now, why am I saying it that way? If you're not aware of it, Cole and Alan are very common names. Also, different orders of them are for different purposes. But, you know, pointing that out might trigger some of you. Let's move on. All of the postings from everyone else is just about that one tweet that just said Cole Allen. And that was December 21st on a Twitter account that was set up and totally on a website where they couldn't just change it to something else, retroactively causing a time loop, of course. Virtually all the Time Machine archives that have been made for the website called timemachine.eu are only in 2026. Some are older, but very few. One of the old ones is just the one I just did. I wanted to go through and find archives from archive.org and archive them through Archive Today. And if you haven't noticed recently, somebody who is very obviously biased, who runs Archive Today, has been making it harder to use Archive Today. That was going to be a separate video, where yes, the archiver that was supposed to save us from archive.org, the Wayback Machine, being able to be retroactively edited. Yeah, this is going to be a theme you're going to deal with. It's called Destroying History, Book Burning, Fahrenheit 451. He's allowing it now. He's also the one who decided to do a DDoS attack to harass somebody because he's an asshole running Archive Today. And no, we'll never forgive that person for it. But that is what I will archive things with, because it will ignore the website demanding erasures for a little longer. Unless, of course, apparently you pay for it. You can look up Snopes and read it and decide that they're false. If you have a Twitter Blue, you can edit a tweet for up to an hour and up to 5 times, and or. There is a small label that says edit, and if someone taps it, they can view your tweet history and look in the past of it. An ex-Twitter employee, however, can edit it seamlessly years later, and they have been caught doing this. You can look this up. Next, here we go, conclusion. The name Cole Allen is extremely common as far as those 2 words and can be thrown together by a bot. Next, the Twitter account appears to be a bot. Next, it could have been edited retroactively, and the only way you wouldn't know about it, because they're trying to be transparent, is if it was done internally by somebody controlled by Elon Musk. And yes, it's in everybody's best interest that you assume when you see anything involving any part of the conservative half of the United States, if you're outside of the United States, you're the one I'm talking to, you should assume that everything you're hearing out of them is full propaganda at this point. Liberals are guilty of doing propaganda as well, just not on the massive, holy fucking shit scale we see from the Republicans. Not recently either. It's been quite literally a century worth now. We're not talking decades anymore. It's a century of it, apparently. Oddly enough, you can get a good synopsis from my favorite dum-dum on the internet. She's wonderful. She One Head did a video on the conspiracy that's been going on for decades. And she's considered pseudo-conservative or pseudo-liberal. Everybody just accuses her of everything. But you can look this up. And people need to be more aware of this. And I've been saying this for years. I said it was happening for 50 years. It's obviously longer now. This has been a long game of everybody on the planet being manipulated. And it's not really conservative versus liberal. It's whoever has the money and keeps their mouth shut longest and is part of a real conspiracy. And you can't call them the Illuminati, because the Illuminati was wiped out by apparently the same group we're dealing with now. So I call them the Balloon-nati. But yeah, that's you know. And then again, this Cole Allen tweet. This is something people gravitated for and grabbed onto and won't let go of, because it's loosely related to a website called Time Machine, and it had a time machine characteristic. Really? How about we do this? Make X acknowledge where accounts are created from and where they tweet from as a statistic, like what country of origin they really have. They're totally able to do that, and they could retroactively tell you all the Russia accounts. They won't. Elon Musk is about creating uncertainty, chaos, fear, uncertainty, and doubt, mass hysteria, dogs and cats living together. He's a fucking imp. And I mean in the Doom 2 sense, not Doom 1. No, it's full Doom 2 now. I'm joking. But the person who posted this did it as a ridiculously off-topic comment under one of my videos, and it was probably a bot. So I looked into it, and I mean, this research took me less than an hour, which is unusual for something that's supposed to be complicated. All of the hype is from 2026, because people looked up Cole Allen and found references on their social media pages. Some of your social media pages don't let people look into them from outside unless they log in, which creates traffic. But no, this is totally legit somehow, but it has to be a time tunnel. Look up any other common paired name. Common paired names means look up the most common first name and most common last name per decade. Pick ones that are from 20 years ago. Look them up and see how often they show up, because those are the common names. That's also going to be the common names of anyone over 20 or whatever that might commit a crime or be in the news. You'll find lots of people with similar names because they're common names. I did a video about this a while ago, about if you want to make a fake social media profile, use a very common name from your age bracket, but use the most common first and last name. I did an entire video about this because that's how you do this. If you want to be anonymous on the internet, create a fake persona. And lately, people aren't allowing that because governments want to spy on you. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck with that. It's very likely just bullshit. And it's a bot, definitely. Bye.